morning, good morning, good morning. I swear it's a new day. I'm just driving again and had to take my beanie off, warmed up. Right now, it's 47 degrees. Guys, I want to do a video because I hate doing these things. So, I have to figure a way out. I want to share my secret. That looks pretty bad. It's really not that bad where the board hit me. Kind of just looks like a pimple now, but that's where that board hit me. But I wanted to, I guess, share some advice. This is not advice that I made up or anything. It's just advice that I've heard over time and stuff, but there's a lot of things I don't want to do. There's a lot of things that I wake up and I'm just dreading doing. I don't want to work out in the morning, stretch, or anything like that. I don't want to eat good. I don't want to have to build when it's cold. I don't want to have to do a lot of things. A lot of things people don't like to do are these uncomfortable situations. If you have, bad anxiety, or you just don't want to be around people, or maybe, maybe something at work. Who knows? I don't know what you're going through, but I do know there's a lot of things that are uncomfortable, a lot of things you don't want to do in life, and I've truly figured out the best way of dealing with that, and I hope this helps somebody out there. I think it will. I feel like out of however many people watch, at least one person has got to help them. Get out there and challenge yourself today. Don't wait. Do it today. Go do something that makes you feel uncomfortable. Go do something you don't want to do. Go do something you've been dreading to do. It's that easy. The best way to overcome doing things you hate, just do it. And the more you do it, the easier it'll get. And that's not some, blah, blah, blah. It's just the truth. It's the honest truth. If you don't want to do something, just get out there and start doing those things you don't want to do. Make yourself be uncomfortable. Make yourself do those things. And I can promise it'll get better. Even if you go into it and you're freaking out, you don't want to, I don't know, a certain situation. You don't want to go to a store by yourself because you have anxiety. You don't want to try to build a new project because you don't know how. You don't want to go ask for a new position at work because you don't really know exactly how to do that position yet. Well, here's the thing. No one knows how to do the position until you're taught. Everyone's nervous to go somewhere new until they go in there, and then they realize, oh, it's just another store. Oh, no one's looking at me. Oh, this is, whatever. It's not that bad. The best thing you can do is just get out there and try something new. That's why I'm building this barn, this pole barn, for the animals. I've never built a pole barn. Yes, I have building experience, but I have never built a pole barn. I've always seen them, and I'm like, I don't think that'd be that hard to build. Now, I knew it'd be a challenge, and trust me, I'm challenging myself. You guys seen on the Crockers and stuff, there's always be something going on. Who cares? I get stuff wrong, I redo it. Some stuff breaks, I mess up, I fall, get back up. Tool breaks, fix it, get a new one. Whatever you gotta do, just go do something today that you don't want to do, or that you've been putting off, or that you want to challenge yourself. And the best feeling I've had so far with this pole barn is watching it come together. Is it 100% perfect? No. Could there be better ways to do it? Yeah. Would a professional be better and faster? Yeah. But who cares? I'm not a professional. I'm building a freaking pole barn by myself, by choice, and this is why I'm doing it. There's a lot of reasons why, but I want to challenge myself, because when I'm done and I'm looking at that pole barn and I can look at it and be like, holy cow, I questioned if I could do something like this before. I don't have to question no more. Same thing when I first started doing tiny house stuff or building. The very first thing I think I did was put windows in a shed that had no windows. And I had no idea what I was doing. So I got on YouTube, I watched some videos, and I tried, and I did it. Maybe not perfect, but then, guess what? My phone fell. Then I did it again, and I did it again, and I did it again. And now I feel pretty confident on how to put windows in. I feel confident now building a tiny house. Now, I learned I hate building huge projects, but you just do it, and you get uncomfortable. And it just makes you confident. It makes you feel better. Some of y'all probably won't. This is gravel road. Alright. Somebody were asking in the last video, were you driving on gravel road? Normally I tell y'all, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. Some of y'all probably won't believe this, but before YouTube, I didn't really like talking. I didn't really like being around people. I was kind of socially awkward in large groups. I always felt like if I went in like Walmart or Lowe's or whatever, that people were just like looking at me weird, because I went in thinking, I don't know what I'm doing in Lowe's, getting these, tools and building products and stuff. So people are gonna know that, and they're gonna look at me weird. No one knows. No one has a clue. Half the people in Lowe's don't know what they're doing. Half the people that work at Lowe's don't know what they're doing. So who cares? Just go do what you gotta do. And if you have anxiety about doing stuff like that, it's gonna start going away. That's just the bottom line. Whenever you feel like these things are going on, it's almost always, it's a mental game. Always. That's the thing that I can truly learn, and I think I've talked about this a long time ago. Man, I need a new phone holder. But life is a game, and you gotta play it. You have to freaking play it to win it, and you have to sometimes use some cheat codes. Sometimes you got to just go through it and learn how to do different things. I wish I could stack something. Oh, there you go. I just put my wallet. So I'm loaded. I got tons of money. Just held it up, That's a joke for all you people that don't understand humor. There's quite a bit of y'all. Just get out there and just live your life. Don't let things take over. You take over. Literally, that's the beauty of life. Anytime I've ever come across somebody that didn't know how to do something, I'm like, well, did you try? I'd say 50% of the time they say, nope. So then how do you know? You haven't even tried. And then, say another 25%, I'm like, well, how many times you do that? Like, well, I tried it once, it didn't, like, I couldn't figure it out, or I tried going in a store one time, I have anxiety, or I tried to do this, or whatever. So you tried once? You think you're just gonna learn everything or overcome something with doing it once? No. And then the other bit of people, they just don't have that drive to keep going. So I'm like, oh, you really didn't want to learn how to do it. Oh, you really didn't want to try to get rid of your anxiety. You didn't really want to try to do something, to get that raise or move up in the company or whatever. At the end of the day, if you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen. And I know I get called big head, egotistical, a narcissist, all the whatever you want to say. People have called me every name possible, good and bad, and it's a lot of weak-minded people. anyone that's ever called me a narcissist is just a weak-minded person. Anybody that says I'm stupid and I don't know how to do something, they don't know how to do it themselves. They haven't tried. Anyone out there that wants to say something negative, it's because they didn't do it in life. They aren't confident in life. They're not the type of person out there to be a leader, to grasp things and make big moves and take risks and stuff. I learned when I was, I think, 18 or 19, you got to take a risk in life to make it. And I guess I was like 19. I dropped out of college and I moved 8 hours away from home, and I joined a band. And no, we didn't make it big. No, we didn't do anything crazy. But my goal was to record a CD. We did that. My goal was to have merch. We did that. My goal was to go tour. We did that. I lived out my dreams. Now, could it have been bigger and better? Absolutely. But let's be real. If anyone's been around long enough, you know I can't sing, and you know I'm not the best at guitar and all that type of stuff. So I just knew my limits. And at that time, being younger, I knew that I could better myself in a different field. So I did. And then I taught myself video work. I didn't know how to do that. I stepped outside my comfort zone. I didn't know any famous bands, so I stepped outside my comfort zone and hit them up. They replied, and I started working for them. And I didn't know how to do video work. And I taught myself, and I got on YouTube, and it's something I wanted really bad, and I sacrificed, and I did everything. At that point, it's literally a year ago. The day after Christmas, it's a little, I guess, 2 days after now, Christmas. This will be posted the next day. But I took a risk, and I moved to the off-grid property, to a property that literally nobody wanted. The people that had it were trying to sell it and couldn't even sell it. The people that had it didn't want it themselves, didn't want to pay for it, the taxes stuff every year, not that it was much. They couldn't do anything on it. They thought it was worthless. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna take this risk, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna build it up into something. And I did it. And I started in a $20 tent. And I didn't finish a bunch of projects on there, some people like to say. I built it up into something that I sold and made it useful. And I used that to purchase this off-grid property. When at that point, that's when Danielle and I, started dating and all that stuff, and started having seeing a future and stuff. And we made sacrifices. We did what we had to do, and we got outside our comfort zone. We bought raw land. It's been 1 year since that. You have to get outside your comfort zones. Nothing in life's going to be handed to you. Nothing in life's going to come easy. If it comes easy, it's not going to be any good. And if you want something good, it's not going to come easy. It's like that. What is it? Hard work ain't cheap, and cheap. No. Sorry. Hard work, or good work, my bad. Good work isn't cheap, and cheap work isn't good. And that's the reality of things, is you got to go for quality. You got to go to try to better yourself. And yes, it's going to be hard. And yes, it's going to be, uncomfortable. But instead of crying about something, instead of making excuses, instead of wishing and hoping, just do it. Just go out there. So, I challenge y'all today, again, get out there, go do something uncomfortable. If you happen to have a YouTube channel, I want to see y'all do a video on it. I want to see y'all say, the Crockers challenged me to do this. And then get out there, do something uncomfortable, or go do something you want to do. And I'm gonna look for those videos. The Crockers challenged me to do this. I'm gonna look for those videos, and I want to see what you guys, did. And if I didn't find it and I haven't comment on this video. You can't post links, but just comment, hey, I did a video, you should check it out. That way I can just click on your name and it'll go straight to it. But I challenge y'all to do that. You're going to be very happy once you did. I'm a very confident person now. Some people think I might be overconfident. Some people, again, want to call me a narcissist or egotistical or a big head or whatever. I think I'm just very confident with who I am, what I do, my abilities, and I don't really care what someone else says, because again, if anyone out there says that type of stuff, especially to you guys, and they want to bring you down, those people are weak. Don't let a weak person keep you down at their level. Rise above. Show them. Maybe you will inspire them. Probably not. Not because you can't do it, because they don't want to be inspired. Those people that want to say things and say, you can't do that, you're not good enough, you'll never be good enough, you don't know how to do anything, no, you're a loser. No, those people are losers. And those people don't like to see other people do better than them because they're weak-minded and they don't have the skills, they don't have the confidence, they don't have the want to get out there and be better. Being comfortable is the easiest thing, but it's the easiest way to hate your life. I'm not saying if you live a comfortable life, you hate your life, because, hey, whenever the tiny house is done, we have a barndominium, and all the big projects are finished, oh, we'll be living comfortable, and we ain't gonna be miserable, but we worked hard to get there. But people out there that would say, I'm cool with not working. I would rather not have money than have to get out and work. I would rather just live in this house I don't like rather than get out there and try to build a house myself. I would rather make less money than work harder and try to get a raise. I would rather you stay down with me than watch you rise above and go live your dreams. That's the sad reality. A lot of people out there will try to live a comfortable life. And I won't even say comfortable, because comfortable means you got to be happy in what you have. These people will live in a cesspool of other losers, to be honest. I know this is kind of harsh, so people probably can't take it right, or won't take this right, and there's going to be comments, whatever, I don't care, because there's someone out there that needs to hear this, and you know deep down that you could do better. You know deep down you can work harder. You know deep down there's potential, but only you are stopping yourself. And I used to be that person. I used to think that I had to work a 9-to-5 job that I hated, because there was no 9-to-5 job that I wanted. Not even a 9-to-5 job. I worked, I don't know if a lot of y'all know this, I scrubbed airplanes. I'd go into work at 8 o'clock at night and not get off till 4 to 6 o'clock in the morning. And I would scrub big old commercial airlines that y'all get on and go on vacation and stuff by hand. I would clean them by hand. Then I would go home and not sleep. I would go home, change clothes, drive to a couple towns over, meet this guy. He'd give me flyers and pay me cash, and I would pass out flyers on people's doors. Then I would go back home, take a quick nap, and I was doing another side hustle. I learned how to record music, and I was on YouTube teaching myself how to record music, and I would have local small artists come over to the apartment and record music, and I'd make more money. I was working 3 jobs to get where I wanted to be, and that led me literally up here to where I'm at. If you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen. And I knew back then I didn't want to work jobs I hated. I didn't think it was possible to ever be your own boss. And then I was working at a dock facility, and it iced over really bad. So bad that I couldn't get my car out of the driveway. So I called into work, and they said, if you don't show up, you ain't got a job. I was like, all right, I'm making like barely over minimum wage. I can't, and this after doing this type of job for years, I said, I can't risk messing my car up. This is my only form of transportation. I don't have any type of savings. I don't have much money at all. I have enough to pay my bills and eat. I would have to go to a Dollar Tree or Dollar General and eat, or to get food to eat. And then there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you do. Nothing wrong with that at all. But I would have to do all that, and I had to make the decision: do I risk driving an hour normal, but now get on ice, or do I lose my job? What do I do? And I just told myself, I said, I can't risk it. What if I mess my car up? I'll never be able to get a new car. What if I get in a wreck and I kill myself or I kill someone else? So I just told that guy, I said, I guess I ain't got a job. Hung up. And at that point, I told myself, do what you got to do. Jared, I was living with Jared. This was before the Texas property and all that. This is a different place that we were renting. And I didn't tell Jared, I just told myself, make it happen. Whatever you got to do, make it happen. And I wasn't going to get on unemployment. I wasn't going to get on anything like that. And I was just learning how to build, and I started Crocker Twin Creations. It's on Facebook. It's a group, I think, or a page, or I don't know. It's just Crocker Twin Creations. You can look it up. It's back in the day. And I taught myself how to build. And out of necessity, I started learning how to build things I didn't know how to build. People were like, hey, can you build me this? Sure. I don't know how to do it. They didn't know that. Sure. I'd figure it out. Someone told me, and I was terrified, can you build me a table? I said, heck no. How do you build a table? And I was like, of course I didn't tell him that. I said, I don't know how to build a table, whatever. And I'm like, well, can you see me a picture of the type of table you want? It was a round table. A round table. And I was like, I don't even know how to cut a perfect circle on this huge thing. How? I don't know. I had no knowledge whatsoever in that type of stuff. And so I literally told the person, I said, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never built a table before. I'm willing to learn if you're willing to make a sacrifice. Give me the money for what it costs to get the material, and I'll build it. And if you don't like it, I'll refund that money. But if you do like it, you pay the full price of what we come up with, for the table. And the lady said yes. She said, I think you can do it. And this was a lady that bought like some small stuff from me before. And she said, I think you could do it. And just, I'll take a risk on you. So I started building it. I had no idea how. I tried to watch YouTube videos. I couldn't figure out to find YouTube videos on how to do it. So I just trial and error, and I started doing it. That person to this day still has that table. I have them on Facebook. They still have that table. Their kids eat breakfast at it. They post pictures playing games at it. That was 10 years ago. Something like that, roughly 10 years ago. And they still eat at it. Because I took a chance. And because of that, I started building tables. I started building tons of tables. We started building all these farmhouse tables. I would spend $100. This is truth. I wanted this bad. And I wanted to be my own boss bad. And I learned, don't sacrifice the money, the price that you're going to charge someone because they think it's too much. Just do your job, do what needs to be done, put a value on it, and hold your ground. So I would go to Lowe's. I spent $100 on lumber, and I figured it out, but it took me a while. But I would go get the materials for $100, go home, and at this point, I know how to build them. I've built multiple, and I could build a farmhouse table with 2 benches for $100 in one day. And then it would take like another day, you know, stain, and then after that, you know, seal it up and stuff. But in one day, I would take $100 and I'd go to Lowe's, buy materials, go home, and build a table. I charged $1,000 a table with 2 benches. I would make a $900 profit in one day because a lady said she believed in me. A random lady that didn't really know me said, I believe in you. You think you could do it. I got to the point where I was making $900 a day building tables, and I probably wasn't making $900 a week, 2 weeks before that, working at the dock facility. I was making nothing because things happened where I didn't have a job, and I knew I needed to figure it out, and I knew I needed to step out of my comfort zone, and I knew I didn't want to work a normal 9 to 5, and a lady believed in me and told me, I'm going to take a risk on you. If you're willing to try, I'm willing to take a risk. And I got to the point where I was making $900 a day building tables. It's crazy. The things you can do in life when you put your mind to it and when you want something bad enough, you'll figure it out. And when you step outside that comfort zone, you start to learn things that you can do that you never thought you could. So again, hopefully after hearing all this stuff, someone out there will go and try and get out there and take a risk. Dang it, this cop better not. Okay, I saw him hit his lights. I'm not even speeding or nothing. Get out there, take a risk, try something new, do something that's uncomfortable, make your life better, and just do it. Don't make an excuse, just do it. And you're gonna find out that wasn't as bad as I thought. Or, man, I screwed up. How do I not screw up next time? How do I learn from that? Somebody out there is hearing this video. You're gonna get out there and you're gonna do it, and your life's gonna be better because of it. I'm lucky that things have worked out the way they did, but I built my own luck. I went out there and I sacrificed and I did what I had to do. And there's no difference between me or any of y'all. The only difference is I tried and I wanted it. And the only reason you're not out there living life you want now, if you're like fully disabled or whatever, you know, there are reasons, health, certain things. But if you're capable and you're not bedridden or you're not stuck in a position to where you just physically can't do anything, then you're only holding yourself back. And I want to be that lady that believed in me. I want to be that for you. I believe in you, and I think you can get out there and go do what you want to do. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I can't believe a lot of y'all watch these videos, but I sure hope it helps at least one person out there. It's worth it to me. At the end of the day, spending time doing these videos, uploading them and all that, to hopefully inspire one person every day to live a better life. So, get out there, do what you want to do, and like I always say, and I said this, you know, just so many freaking times, if you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen.